simple words, and they stir emotions and feelings across the entire state of Alabama, which can be felt and in many cases starts blood to boiling because rivalries like this define this great sport. Welcome to the home of the Alabama Crimson Tide, Tuscaloosa, Alabama, Saban Field at Bryant-Denny Stadium. As we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the Auburn Tigers, taking on the runner-up from last year's national championship, the Alabama Crimson Tide. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. Alabama about to kick off to get this game underway. He'll bring it out. It's Johnson. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he'd just taken a knee in the end zone. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Couldn't quite hang on to the pick, and he will be thinking about that one for a long time. Guys, let's chat a little big picture Auburn. It has been a season to forget, and honesty compels us to say changes are probably coming.
I'm not sure, but I think Reese Davis just fired a coach. Is that what I heard? I'm pretty sure that's what just happened. Listen, hasn't gone well. You've heard the outside noise, continuing to get louder and louder, haven't met expectations. And this is the business we live in college sports, when you get paid a lot of money to do a job and you don't perform.
Listen, at the end of the day in college football, it's results-oriented. They've lost football games this year, and so all signs right now pointing to them potentially making that change before next season. If they're going to stay competitive and they're going to field the best team and program possible heading into next year, then it looks as though a change is inevitable here.
A veritable crimson tide of noise on Saban Field here on third down. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Fires to the wideout. Just missed his man, gave him just a little too much.
That is exactly how you set a tone when you're on defense, and especially when you're at home. If you can get them and force them into a punt early, keep that crowd going and involved, man, is it fun to play defense.
He'll field the punt and take it back. They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments. And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49. Alabama quickly back to the line. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Caught close to the marker, it's Green. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the first down.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the first down.
They'll put it in play from the 40 on 1st and 10. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Forced out of the pocket. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Nice job there to limit the running room, and they get him out of bounds after a short gain. Guys, let's chat about Alabama. It's been a season to remember so far, fresh off their new top 10 ranking. How far can this team go?
Well, they're starting to get there now, right? And I think once you get some big wins, Jesse, and you start to climb up, you start to feel that and the momentum and the confidence that it builds with your squad. I think we might just be scratching the surface with this group.
Yeah, that's the difference with this team is it feels like they're really starting to believe. We always knew they were talented. They knew it too, but getting some of these big wins this season, I think they now believe they can take down anybody in the country.
The Crimson Tide looking for a big play to convert on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. He's going to fire deep. Touchdown, Alabama! They went for the big play, and boy, did it ever pay off. They can use this first score to sort of set the tone, guys, in this rivalry matchup.
Man, doesn't this feel good to come out, score early, get the crowd involved, get the nerves out of the way, Palmer, when you're playing in a big rivalry game.
Yeah, and I feel like momentum is always a big thing in any game, but in rivalry games, it's that much more important because everybody is going to feed off that first score now.
And he'll bring it back. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Comes the Auburn offense. They went 3 and out on their first possession now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Finding an escape route. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. The 40. The 20. 10. Touchdown, Tiger. He got a step and just dusted the field.
Man, this guy is such a weapon because he's so dangerous if he gets into the second level. Great vision, and then David shows you the speed.
Just straight wheels, erasing angles. A lot of times when you're chasing guys that are so fast like this, you're like, I got him, I got him. No, I do not. What a big, long touchdown run. Pad those stats, young fella.
Coming out with it, it's Hampton. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. Ran to that daylight to pick up 6 to the 22.
I like the quarterback making the decision quickly. I'm going to give it. I'm not going to throw the football off the RPO and just let my back get some positive yards. If you're getting 5+ yards, that is a great job by the offense. Continue to stick with that.
Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Well, after giving up that touchdown on the opening drive, they had a little bit of a come to Jesus with their defensive coordinator on the sideline. I don't know what he said, but he, I think, just invoked the fear of God into this defense because this 3 and out has been sensational, dominant. This is the way they've got to play moving forward.
Don't even think about sending the special teams out on 4th down and 3. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He's got it, first down and more. Turns out to be an easy conversion for this offense as they move the chains on 4th down. The Crimson Tide comes to the line with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. A really nice run and gain, and he gets down to avoid taking punishment.
He does a good job of driving back, going through his progressions. Nothing there. What do? Go get some yardage. Make it positive. Don't sit back in the pocket and force something into a bad situation or take a sack. Great job making something out of nothing.
Alabama rolling quickly downfield, set up with another first down. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. These two rivals first played in 1893, but there was nearly a half-century, guys, where they didn't play each other because they got in a fight over, among other things, gate receipts.
Yeah, listen, I've been lucky enough to broadcast this game before, and I'll never forget being at Bryant-Denny Stadium and just feeling the energy. It was just completely different versus anything I'd ever seen in college football before. David, there's a different meaning to this game for both of these schools in the state of Alabama.
Yeah, and it's just different because I think being in the state, like fans are around each other all year long. Players are around each other all year long. You know, the Iron Bowl is a civil war of hate between each other all year long, and they get to settle it on a big stage every year.
To the air on first down. Snagged in the middle. It's Edwards. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Really good concept there to get things going and use the tight end early.
Yeah, I mean, just such a great job on first down, setting up an easier second down. Understanding I don't always have to push the ball down the field, but see the tight end, make the throw. No, it's not a big gain, but makes life really easy on me on second down.
Sends it back in motion. Second down, they'll go to the air. Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39.
Man, getting to this quarterback is pivotal. You saw last drive, way too much time. They score a touchdown. Nice job on second down. Anticipating the pass, playing the pass, getting the sack, and now forcing a difficult third down.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Throws to the wideout. Complete to the right. Makes the grab over the defense, and they are threatening now down at the 15.
There's a reason third down is called the money down. What a great find by the quarterback. Great job finding his receiver. At the end of the game, you look at third down percentages. It tells a huge story, and it goes a long way in deciding who wins a football game.
And that's just a huge missed opportunity on offense. QB missed his guy wide open in the end zone. You might not get another clean look like that in the rest of this game.
Time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Moving away from pressure. That pass is incomplete, but this has been a period in which the offenses have shined. It's been punch, counter-punch throughout the early part of this game as we take a look at the first quarter stats. We've got a good one going here and looking forward to keep those vibes rolling here in the second. This offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on third down. Looking to throw again. Into the end zone. Oh, and he dropped it. He had a touchdown right in his hands and couldn't hang on. It'll be fourth down. They'll send out the kicker here. Absolutely perfect. And with that field goal, they now have the lead. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Dynamite matchup this week in the American fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Syracuse is currently trailing, but if this young star leads a comeback today, he could join former Heisman winner Ernie Davis among the legends to wear that uniform. It's just a field goal game. They're trailing by 3 to Memphis. Ought to be fun, fellas, to see how things play out in this notable matchup in the American.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Wants to throw on first down. Dumps it to the back. And they're not on the same page there.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
Grabbed in the middle. It's Stone. Running wide open down the gut of the field. And what a huge chunk play for this offense. Just exactly what you need to move the ball down the field.
And this defense is figuring out early in this football game, man. They've got to be dialed in because this passing attack, it's lethal because they get it to their speedsters, and after the catch, they're really good. Got to tighten up that coverage and get those guys on the ground when they catch the football.
Wants to go up top on first down. They'll run the screen. They make the stop, but a good pickup there on first down.
Well, a nice gainer on that running back screen. Now, how about the offensive line getting downfield and getting blocks to really help out the back, find some space to go to work?
The give to the back. They finally get a hold of him, knocking him down behind the line of scrimmage. He had been running wild.
Yeah, you just feel like the running back's asking for redemption on that one. You know, second and short, and you're giving him the football. He can't get the first himself. Now it's third down. He's looking over on the sideline like, call it again, throw me the ball, I can go do this. It's never a good feeling for the running back in that situation.
They'll try to get it through the air. Grab near the sticks. It's Little. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play.
And the tackle was made, but there has been a flag thrown. Auburn going to work with another first down. Here's the handoff. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
Well, we know this defense is one that plays with a lot of pride, right? And part of that is their ability stopping the run. They're a top 25 unit in the nation when it comes to stopping the rush, and that really helps them out down here in the red zone. They're going to have to step up big time in this situation.
DB's right up on the receivers. Not able to hook up there, incomplete.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Third and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Lets it fly deep downfield. Touchdown, Auburn! Grabbed in the end zone to put 6 on the board. Talk about a breakdown in coverage. That might be the easiest catch he'll have all day.
It doesn't get much easier than that, except the hardest part about this is the walk to the sidelines, because then you have to justify what happened. And your defensive coach is going to be just a smidge upset that you left that guy wide open in the end zone for the big play.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out. It's Hampton. He gets a block. Oh, what vision. Can they catch him? He'll take it to the house. Touchdown time. No guts, no glory. Put it in the end zone. Didn't hesitate for a millisecond to take that thing back, and boy, did it pay off.
And this is why kickoff returns are so exciting. There's so much space between you and the other team flying down the field. The only time you're going to be provided that much space, and you could tell he knew what to do with that space. Kicked on the Jets by Felicia.
And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. They'll start this drive with a pass. Complete to the left. Gets it to the 42-yard line, and that's a first down.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at them. No matter where they are on the field, they'll go for those chunk plays, and they got one that has them set up 1st and 10 at the 42. New set of downs after the completion. Looking downfield on first down. Makes the catch. It's Welsh.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
The Tigers with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Send the tight end in motion. They'll try the run. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Auburn ready to go back to work after getting another first down. Looking to throw on first down. Outside the pocket, lets it go. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
As a quarterback, this is going to be a very tough game. You're going up against one of the top 20 units in the entire country. They know who your primary target is. They're going to be keying on him just like they did that last time, forcing the incompletion.
What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? After the incompletion, they go back up top. Touchdown, Tigers!
Man, I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. And I tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
And he tacked on the extra point. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. He'll bring it out. It's Hampton. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. Opening play of this drive comes from the 11. Complete. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
We're trying to throw the screen out to the receiver. The defense, though, having none of that. They are just too physical. They're too fast. They force a negative play.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Here's a heat. And he'll be knocked down at the 2-yard line. Got to get to the line quickly for this 3rd down play. They're just hoping to get a little breathing room for the punt. That's reeled in. It's Hill. He stopped short, and it's 4th down. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. The Crimson Tide will bring the punt team on the field. They'll boot it into the night sky for the first time. He'll field the punt. Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. Something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. The clock will stop with this timeout from the offense. They'll get a chance to regroup on the sideline. and see how the D reacts. Looking to throw on first down. Sends it downfield. It's picked off. That's 18 of those this season. Looking for more room. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there. First snap of this drive will come from their own 32. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. The short hands, it's Anderson. Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the first down. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Back to throw, and they've got to be aware of the clock. He lets it fly. Pass is incomplete. The clock is down to 9.
This is going to be a tough situation for the offense here. Late in the first half, they're trying to find a way to generate some points before going into the locker room, but the defense is ready for it. So the windows are not going to be very big, especially when you're trying to attack vertically like they did on that last one. Downfield completions are going to be tough to come by.
We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Just enough time for one final play of the half. To the air on first down. Catch in the middle. It's Stokes. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Back to pass. Fires deep toward the end zone. It's incomplete, and they tried to finish this quarter with a bang and couldn't quite connect. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. Auburn ready to boot it deep to start the second half. Fielded in the end zone, it's Hampton. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Tide offense rolls onto the field. If they're going to get on top in this game, they're going to have to find a way to get the running game going in the second half.
Agree, so it can create some more balance, some more unpredictability. I feel like this defense has got a good beat on what they're doing, especially if they don't mix it up a little bit. So I do look for a little second half running the football, Palmer, out of this group.
And I think the thing, Dave, is they just got to be more physical. I don't think this is a scheme question about trying different run plays. I think it's up to the big fellas up front. They've just got to make the decision that they're going to be tougher here in the second half so that they can win this game.
They'll line it up from the 44 on. Use the play fake, now to throw. Moves away as he feels pressure. And with not much doing downfield, he found his parents open in the stands and threw it to them.
Like the job by the defense there in coverage. They took every option away from the quarterback. He was outside of the pocket, nowhere to go with it, so they forced the incompletion throw away.
Linebackers shuffling around, trying to keep the quarterback from getting a read. Looking for a huge play. And they can't hook up. Going for the big play on second down. Now it's third down.
And this offense continues to struggle to get this guy the football. He's one of their best players. Coming into this game, they knew he was a big key, but they just haven't been able to link up. They try another shot down the field to no avail. That's a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard.
Alabama with a lot of ground to cover here on third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Caught over the middle. It's Golden. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. Trying to do it on the ground. Across the 35. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down. Good spot on the field to go for it. They make it pay off. Not willing to settle for a field goal on this drive.
Yeah, and Reese, I just don't know if field goals are going to win this game, honestly. I think to win, I think you need tutties. So this offense needs to stay on the field, stay aggressive, and try and capitalize after picking up that first down.
And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And I like where the quarterback got because I think he needed to check the football down, but the pressure got there a little bit too fast, and he just didn't have enough time to get it to his running back and maybe put a positive spin on this play instead of an incompletion.
They're setting up the screen. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. Alabama pushing the tempo. He might want another play. On third and short, they'll try to throw for it. Caught near the sticks. It's Ware. Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. And with that, they've got the lead here in the second half. These guys just score from anywhere out there. After that drive, it sure looks that way.
And that's what separates really good offenses from great offenses. When you're backed up in a bad position and you can still fight your way out and go get you a touchdown, that's a great drive by the offense.
He'll take the return and try to improve the field position. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. Wants to throw on first down. In the backfield, it's Welch. Trying to hit him with a quick game on first down, and nothing doing there.
You know, as a quarterback, you believe in your matchup. And in my running back, if I can get him the ball in space, he's going to win a lot of times. He didn't that time. The defense was ready. Nice job in the open field making the nice tackle.
The RPO, fire complete to the left. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
Kind of like that big, reliable security blanket. And that's what tight ends are a lot of the times. They're just usually big, huge guys that if I throw it anywhere near him, he's going to pluck it, catch it, and give me some positive yards.
The Tide crowd rolling noise down onto Saban Field on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. And this is going to be incomplete on third.
Third and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, fourth down.
They booted away. That's usually prime return position, but he'll make the fair catch just outside the 40. Here comes that Alabama offense. Man, what a drive that was the last time they had it. Basically the length of the field. There he goes. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line.
This running back loves running into the teeth of the defense. In between the tackles, he keeps a low pad level, and he's got some speed.
Now on first down from the 43. That's caught. It's Anderson. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, the defense didn't have a lot of time to celebrate that last big play because here's the offense right away back at the line of scrimmage, ready to roll again with tempo.
His defense fully aware that he can run. They stop him after a short gain.
And one of the things I love about this defense is their speed. And they knew coming into the game that they were going to see quarterback run, but that time they had him all bottled up, and they were able to use their speed to make him go east and west and run him out of bounds. Not a great game.
The Crimson Tide looking for a big play to convert on third down. From the gun, wants to pass.
Man, we've called his name a lot, and that's interception number 6. That's 6. He just continues to find ways to find the football and make plays for this defense.
First play of this drive will start from the 31-yard line. Finds enough room to get 3 out to the 34.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. So you really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out more space.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. The snap sets up to throw. And they can't make the connection on 3rd down.
Yeah, and 3rd and short, it's a great place to be for an offense. You've got the whole playbook available, and they choose to pass. The defense did a really good job playing the pass, and 4th down now, it's decision time for you.
Needing a conversion, Auburn comes to the line on 4th. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. And the incomplete pass turns it over in their own end.
And the offense stays aggressive. They try to throw the football and just weren't on the same page. It was an incompletion. He could have done a better job, I think, throwing the ball to his receiver and maybe making it where it's more of a 50-50 ball where he can make a play. Defense gets the big stop.
Makes the catch. It's Stokes. Brought down at the 21-yard line. A 15-yard pickup, and they are in prime position to get points now.
And I don't know if this defense knows what just hit them because they gave up the completion, they gave up a 1st down, and now here's the offense back up at the line of scrimmage again, going tempo.
He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Here's the pressure. And with the pressure on him, the quarterback goes down, and we've played 3 quarters here. We've reached a break, and Alabama has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. Here comes the 4th. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Timeout, Alabama.
So we open the final period with a 3rd down play. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Grab near the marker, it's Anderson. They get him stopped at the 2, but it'll be 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. Looking for just 1 more yard. It's 2nd and goal. Tries again to get it in. He is going nowhere. Stopped at the line of scrimmage.
Man, and that's a frustrating play when you go in reverse near the goal line, goal-to-go situations, Palmer. You got to get those positive yards. You can't go backwards if you're trying to get a touchdown.
You know, I'm trusting in my quarterback here to make the right decision. Looks like we're going to have to throw it, right? But if it's not open, just throw this thing away. You don't want to take a sack, lose extra yardage here. Just be smart with the football.
Off play action. He'll throw it. And he can't find his man in the end zone as he was trying to pay off this red zone chance.
And with that incompletion, it now sets up a very interesting decision for the head coach, right? You've got a narrow lead. You kick the field goal now, you force the opponent to have to at least score a touchdown to retake the lead. But you can also seize a lot of momentum if you get it here on 4th and short. If you're able to score a touchdown, this is a completely different game.
It's complete to the right. A disastrous play on 4th and goal as they lose a yard.
Great coverage on that 4th down play. Nice job blanketing the receiver out wide. The defense, you could tell, they knew they were going for it. They had a game plan. They get the big stop and turn it over to their offense.
Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. They were really aggressive going for it in their own end last time and put them in a tough spot, David.
Yeah, aggressive, reckless. They got to find the balance with this offense to really be productive. And last possession they went for it, they rolled the dice, Palmer, and it didn't work out for them.
Yeah, if you're better on 3rd down moving forward, though, you can keep yourself out of those situations.
From his end zone, he'll have to get rid of it. Got it in the middle, it's Little. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the 1st down.
This is simple pitch and catch. Quarterback and wide receiver have done this 4 million times in the offseason. He catches, waits for him to take a couple steps, boom, fires it right on his chest. They can complete this probably with their eyes closed. They've ran this route so many times together.
The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. Make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down.
What a great job by the defense, forcing a 3 and out. Beautiful job in coverage there. This is going to set up a punt and get them the football back in great field position.
Trailing by a possession, they need to keep the ball. They'll try to convert on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. On a little time, lets it go. It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection.
Man, that takes some serious onions. Backed up inside your own 10, and you're going for it on 4th down. No dice. Offense now set up in easy position to get a score.
The offense likely to lead on the run to milk this clock. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. He wants to change this route. On 1st and goal, let's see if Alabama can get it in the end zone. They'll keep it on the ground, trying to milk the clock. Came through like a shot and knocked him down for a loss of 5. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Second down, he'll throw it. Here comes the heat. A spectacular one-hand grab. Now the connection takes it to the 11.
A short completion setting up 3rd down now. Who is your best playmaker that you can target in this area of the field?
Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. It's 3rd and goal and 3rd and long. Let's go. The play action fake. Incomplete behind the receiver. Maybe this freshman got a little too anxious.
And the offense got themselves in a tough situation. 3rd and long, so hard to execute, especially when the field starts to shrink. But the good news is they got a field goal in their back pocket.
It's good. He's going to hit a string right in the middle of the uprights there. And now it'll take a touchdown to at least tie them a 6-point lead here in the 4th. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. So here comes the Auburn offense. We'll see if that failed fourth down in their own end last time, David, sort of curbed some of the aggressiveness.
Well, you hear about it all the time in football. Go for it. Be aggressive. The problem is when you get stopped, sometimes it puts you in a hole. And Jesse, now the offense has to come out and respond.
They were real disappointed not getting that first down. You can see it on the sideline. So let's just see if that's kind of galvanized them a little bit here to go make a statement and get some points.
So now it's 2nd and long. Looking to pass. It's Newton. Got a man. It's Little. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. Let's talk for a second about Auburn. He's been under pressure all season, and they really haven't done much to turn down that heat. And it's just hard to imagine that this guy will be back leading this program next year.
Yeah, and you want to see him finish strong. I think Coach needs to finish strong. All the negativity swirling around the program, obviously, you hear it. It's a part of it. The kids hear it, but finishing strong would kind of ease some of that. But Palmer, it's the body of work. Everything he did this season is going to be taken into account, and it's going to be tough, I think, for him to keep his job.
It's a combination of wins and losses this year, but it's also about who's out there. There's some good big-time candidates, some good coaches that could come in. We know they've got the money to spend. It just seems like they're going to make a change.
This quarterback part of their running game. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down. Down to score. They'll go for it on 4th down. Desperate to convert, and he'll throw it. Looking to buy time. Fires to the right. Intercepted, and that is the last thing they needed.
And that is a back-breaker. It's 4th down, though. Listen, you got to throw the football. You got to try to make a play. But the defense came up big in a big moment.
Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. These are the games. These are the moments. This is the opportunity for the finish that people remember in rivalries like this one.
And those highlights that are shown for years and years to come. These big-time moments down to the wire. Who steps?
This is why you do all the gassers and all the sprints. For moments like this, game on the line.
Oh, he's got some space. Around and forced out of bounds. Mark it right at the 16-yard line, and man, are they in business.
Really nice job by the running back here in the 4th quarter, picking up that first down. They need him now. They've got the lead, but not by a lot late in the game. They need him to play his best football at a moment in the game when everything is on the line.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
And this kicker has had a busy night. The field goal unit is out there for the 3rd time. And they'll try to tack 3 more onto this lead late. icing on the cake, and that might make for some long memories after this one. The latest edition of this in-state passion play is bathed in crimson as Alabama rolls to victory over Auburn in the Iron Bowl. That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.